Alright guys, morning. It's around about 6, actually nearly 7 o'clock this morning. It rained last night and wait, start again. Morning YouTube, just here, morning here in the off-grid in the Pacific, and the voice sounds a little bit deeper than normal, just got a bit of a flu or some kind of bug. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about animals, and one particular animal is the dog over here in Tonga. And over here in Tonga, they do not have any kind of breed here. They're all mongrels. They're all mixed. They're like it came over on the ships many years ago, and they've just interbreeded all throughout. So we don't know what kind of breed they had started with over here, but they have got some good dogs over here, to be honest. They got some decent dogs in a way that they're pretty loyal, free of disease, because they inbreed quite a bit, and it's they don't if they get sick, they pretty much cull them off. So only the fittest survive here. The animals that do breed is pretty much the fittest dog, the male dog that is the strongest, that is in that area will breed, or his genes will go through. So they do have decent dogs here, but just not looking after them. And I just want to talk about the American Bully that I have, Xena. She's had pups to a male, a Tongan dog, and what my plan is to get that bloodline as pure as possible, to be able to breed out the Tongan bloodline. It can actually hold some good traits in there of the actual Tongan dog that I do have. And what I'm planning on to do is to be able to get an American Bully that is very similar to what is overseas. And I start off with a great female, an XL American Bully, starting off with her, and she's fantastic, she's brilliant. But the only thing that she's got a very high prey drive. And cows, pigs, sheep, that kind of animal, she will definitely kill it. But the Tongan dog, you can stop. You can tell him to stop. My dog, if she's roaming free, you can tell her to stop. But once she's got that eye in her that she's going to go for it, she'll go for it. She won't stop. And so that's what I need to breed out. That prey drive that you can actually command. Because I can't actually command that for her to stop once she's on. And once she latches on, that's it. You have to pretty much twist the collar, stop the air supply going to the head, or the blood supply going to the head, and eventually she'll start fainting, and then you can pull her off. I've already experienced that a couple of times. So she's fenced in, electric fenced. Can't get out on the property because there's too many cows tied up across the road. I've got pigs, I've got sheep. They're in their own electric fences as well, so they're protected from predators. And the only predator here is dogs. And there's dogs roaming around all the time. But where I am, not so much. There might be an owner that comes past with their dogs because they're going pig hunting, and there'll be like 5, 6 of them running behind the van. Excuse me. So, saying that, I've bred Xena twice to this male. The first litter came out really well. What survived out of that, I've got a male with a pasta, turned out brilliant. He's turned out really, really good. Good nature. Same as my female. Like when she's around people, beautiful nature. Um, but the only thing with Xena is she's a bit guardy now because I don't interact her with other human beings at the moment. So she's turned into a guard dog. But with family members, all she wants to do is sit on my foot, sit on my lap, lick me to death, and all that kind of stuff. And she will literally stand next to you, no matter where you are. You turn around, you trip over her. That's all she wants to do. That's her life. Food and you. That's it. She doesn't want to do anything else. She's got a whole piece of land to roam on. She won't go there. She'll just stay at that door, wait for you if she's outside. So that's what I want to breed, and that's what that male at the pastor has. Our pastor that I gave to him. That's what he's like. And there's two other dogs in Tonga that survived. But the only thing with bringing dogs from overseas is they're not resistant to parvo, and that's a main problem here with parvo. A lot of dogs have it, but they don't. It doesn't affect them. So that's what two of our puppies died of when I gave them to someone. So just got to be very aware if you're going to bring your dog over from overseas. Make sure it's got its shots and parvo shots. So initially or eventually we should be able to breed that out a little bit for them to be resistant to parvo. But also the size. I want the size, I want the muscle. As a pet, I've got one of the pups that I kept from the first litter, and it's a brilliant pig dog. To be able to chase pigs with that one, he's 6 months old now, and he's turned out to be a dog pretty much for that. But he's very skittish around people. So that's from the Tongan side of the dog bloodline. With he's taken that trait. So eventually down the line, I probably might cull him. But this, I'm going to keep one. She's had another litter, and they're all sold. She had 14, 11 survived. There's probably one out of this 11 that is a little bit small, so that's going to be a giveaway. Otherwise, the rest are pretty much sold. Actually, I've got 3 to give away, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So the rest sold, and it's like Tongans love their dogs. A certain dog like American Bully. For a guard dog, the Chinese over here, 2 already have been sold to a Chinese, and he's taking them over to Tonga. So it's brilliant, like for us over here, and they're $500 a part because they're a half breed, and I know they go for thousands of dollars over in overseas, but for a half mixed breed, $500 is fine. They can try and make something of it out of that themselves, but the way they do breeding over here, there is no such thing. They end up letting them roam free or keeping them in a fence as a pet, and pretty much that's it. And when they roam free, they mate with other dogs. So then they'll just dilute the breed even more with the American Bully. But what I'm going to do is inbreed, line breed. To an extent, I know people are going to go, oh, you can't do that. But people got to do their studies about it. Vets will say this. They don't know genetics. And they got to understand where inbreeding is good to a certain extent. You got to breed out all the diseases if they have any. What I know, nothing so far with my pups. So and as they're really good, but because it's a mixed breed, mixed cross. But once I start inbreeding, then I will find out if I have any faults in the bloodline. So it's going to be very interesting. it's going to take many years to perfect what I'm going to try and achieve as American bullies, and try to bring in new blood from outside. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it. It's expensive to bring a dog over from overseas. She cost me $5,000 on a plane, Australian, to bring over, just over, and she cost more than that to buy. So all up, I reckon around about nearly 20K for her to get here. So there's that. Yes, importing sperm, but will she take? I don't know. I'd rather bring a pup. It'll be probably a lot cheaper bringing a small pup to bring over, but it will have to be maybe a month old, just to make sure that it's healthy, and then bring over here. But I don't have the funds for that. But that would be the best idea, to bring a decent XL male, and then I can have a very good foundation off of that. So the only foundation that I do have is Xena as American Bully. And inbreeding, I'm going to go son over mum. I don't have any other choice. And I will just have to cull any dogs that are not, what do you call it? Are not up to standard. Anyone that seems to have any kind of issues, I'll just have to cull them and try and keep it to perfection, as perfect as possible. And once I can do that, after so many generations of line breeding or inbreeding, basically inbreeding, line breeding later on, I can do once her pups have pups out there with the owners that I'm going to give them to. So the giveaways, the only thing I ask for is the best pick out of a pup, that if they have one, to bring that bloodline back into my own dogs. When I can bring that back in, double down on the bloodline. But it could be an auntie. The best breeding is auntie to nephew, or niece to uncle. That's the best breeding. What I found doing research, and you can do cousins, but not too many times. Mother and son, or father and daughter, but not too many times. Like, you do it once, and then get your pick off of that, and then breed out to a distant line, and then you do your line breeding. So for the start of my what I'm going to pick, the best pick out of this one here, do mum over daughter, mum over son. Once I get that one, a female from that, and then I'll breed with this son over here. So it'll be a half daughter, half son, mix those together. Once I get a pup off of that, then I'll line breed into a line that other people have from my bloodline. But it's going to be very hard to be able to get the perfect breed, but I'm going to do the best that we can over here, and it's paying off, to be honest, right straight away. People know about it. The dog, it's one of a kind over here. No one else has got a dog like this over here. I think there's one Rottweiler and one American Bully, but one American Bully came as a pup, and it's a Merle. I don't know if it survived. I think the Chinese came in and brought it over, but we'll see. So I don't know if it's an XL either. It could be just a standard or less. So yeah, so that's the plan with the American Bully. And people don't understand, oh, can I have a pup? Over here, everyone says, can I have a pup? They don't understand the work that goes into it, the money that goes into it, and what they're gonna expect. They gotta feed it. That's first off. Decent food, not just scraps only. Yes, they can have scraps for sure, but they got, look, I feed mine a chicken leg pretty much a day, and other stuff as well. Kibble, and she gets decent some decent leftovers. Only 2 of us. So there's the food, there's the looking after it, because we got a mixed breed, right? So we don't know the outcome of how the temperament's going to be. A mum temperament with people, beautiful. With other animals, not so good. So with the pups coming up, they got to make sure their temperament is great. Be careful, keep an eye, keep them fenced in all the time. If not, interact them, socialize them with people, socialize them with other animals straight away. To an extent, because they don't want to get parvo. So wait till they grow up a little bit bigger, and once their immune system is getting stronger, then they can interact them with other animals and whatnot. But what I've seen so far, with the first litter of pups, they've interacted with the cats and other animals, great, and also other dogs, great. So that's good. So once you socialize it early, they're fine. Because my girl Zena, she wasn't socialized with cats and other animals, and that's why she is how she is. And she's had a taste of cow's blood, so she's pretty much killed a cow already. So then that's the end of that. She's got the taste of it, and she's got that mindset where pit bulls just, once they lock on, forever trying to take her off. Yeah, so they just got to understand that concept. You got to be aware of them, because we don't know, they might bite back and bite a kid or something like that, and we don't want that. So it only goes to proper families, people that will fence them and look after them really well, and know what they're getting. But unfortunately, one of my uncle's friends over here, they want a pup, but they just want to let them roam around like every other dog, and they're not every other dog. They just got to be careful. They're going to starve them. They're going to starve them. They don't look after them, kick them, and eat them or whatever. Yeah, I don't want them going to those homes. But these Tongans, they don't understand that. They don't understand the concept of what's in this breed, and how to actually keep that bloodline going, or even as a pet. They just don't know how to treat pets. They just kick them around, and they're in their way. And yeah, I move Xena out of the way. Yeah, I might smack her now and again because she's done something naughty, but she knows I don't even really have to smack her. She just cowers straight away, and she will come, no matter what, she will still come back to me when I call her. Tongan dogs, you smack them, they run, and they don't come back until they've sort of forgotten that. But Xena, she's fine. The only reason I smack her is because of her ice, trying to click her out of wanting to eat my pigs or something like that. She'll be on this side of the fence, pigs will be on the other side of the fence, and she's just got that eyes that she's going to kill straight away. So I snap her out of it and give her a little bit of a tap on the side of the neck or something like that, and get her out of that zone. And it's pretty hard to get her out of it sometimes. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here with the American Bullies. Eventually the prices will go up once they get consistent with how the outcome of those pups come out. They come out like Xena and better, yeah, price is definitely going to go up. So that's what I'm doing here. I'll probably do a video in Tongan. So if a video goes up and I'm speaking in Tongan, apologize for those that don't know how to speak Tongan. So yeah, and that's just to explain to the Tongan people what I'm trying to achieve here, and what goes into these dogs. Alright guys, that's a wrap for me for now. Beautiful morning here. It's supposed to rain today, so we'll see what I can actually do. I'm not feeling well, so I'll just do what I can with the energy I have. Alright guys, bye for now, and God bless.